underpass. Like, it sounded like she was underneath a bridge. It was, I don't know if did anybody else hear it or no? I want to hear from the comments. Did anybody else hear it? It sounded really loud, really like, it did. I'm not the only one who thought that. What's up, lady? On the freeway, yeah. You couldn't see headlights. The breezeway vibes, yeah. Really nosy? It did. It sounded like she was underneath it was so loud. And it was red. The whole ambiance was very red. It was very red. And she was making statements like, Bree, when I find you, or when I see you, it's on sight. But she was doing it in her like Chef Foxy sexy voice, which no one finds sexy. I want to know who told her 15 years ago, like, hey, if you whisper, people would love that. I want to know who told her that, because she should stop whispering, okay? It's not sexy. Nobody finds it sexy. It's not appealing. Thank you, Riri. It's not, it's just not. So she, hold on one second. Babe, your heart ashy. I'll just start pinning y'all. I'll shame y'all into hearting me. Y'all heart's ashy. Yeah, she ready for you. The heart ready for you. Go ahead and heart that, okay? So she was just saying, Bree, what I thought was interesting about her making those statements is, correct me if I'm wrong, but what wasn't it her due date to pay back this money? And so I had to go back, right? So I get home from the quiche party, I go back, and I look and I was like, wasn't there a reference to her paying back these hotel fees on or around her birthday? So I was like, okay, right? So I just thought that it was just really coincidental that, now I don't know if she paid Bree back and was like, okay, I'm gonna pay her back, but I'm gonna rough her up too. I thought that was very strange. It was very bizarre. But she said, oh, it's on site. It's on site. Like, basically, I'm going to beat your ass. Now, what was also interesting is that in the clip, thank you, Petty Belly, in the clip, somebody comes in her box and says, in reference to Bree. Now, there's this notion, which I think Chef Foxy has put out there. I think she put this out there as like slander, but there's this notion that Chef Foxy is trying to pass the slander on that Bree is on some spectrum. What spectrum? Nobody knows. I've never had any interactions with Bree, but when I used to recap like real heavy, like pull up the clips and stuff, and Bree did come in the box, it never gave that. It never gave spectrum. So in this clip, with the freeway underpass clip, somebody asked Chef Foxy in regards to like, oh, you're going to beat up somebody with special needs or something like that, something of that effect. And then Chef Foxy's like, I'm not going to beat up anybody. And then I was like, but didn't you just say in the last breath that it was on site and you're going to beat her up? And then when somebody questions you about, well, didn't you say she had special needs or something like that? Then she kind of walked it back. I don't know if anybody else caught that. But then Chef Foxy begins to walk it back. And I thought that was odd, because I'm just like, well, then what is it? It's either you're going to beat her up. Where she's going to beat her up, I don't know. I don't know if Chef Foxy's still in the Florida Panhandle. I don't know if she's still in the Florida Panhandle or anything like that. But like, I think, let me go back. There's an event in Texas. There's an event in Texas, and allegedly, Chef Foxy's attending it. Bree's also attending it. Where Chef Foxy's gonna stay, I have no idea where she's gonna stay. Your heart is ashy, and Roland Ray, love you, boo. I hate to do you too, but your heart ashy too. I'm just pinning all the ashy hearts at the top. So allegedly, Chef Foxy is supposed to be going to Houston. Where's she gonna stay? I don't know. I know where I'm staying. I'm going. So I wanted to reference that too. I'll be there in Houston, because I just need to see. I can't wait for a clip I just couldn't wait for a clip. I just need to physically see